Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's, an indie horror game that you guys have suggested in mass, and I saw that Markiplier played it and he said it was really good. So I'm very eager to see what is up, and that is a terrifying animatronic bear. Family Pizzeria looking for security guard to work the night shift. Ooh. 12 a.m. The first night. If I didn't want to stay the first night, why would I stay any more than 5? Why would I stay any more than 2? Hello. Alright, all serious now.
It's kind of a legal thing, you know.
You're not supposed to be singing on the first night.
Damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or dead carpets have been replaced.
Blah blah blah.
That
might sound bad, I know. There's really nothing to worry about. Uh-huh.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night. These characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect, right? Okay.
They own a special place in my heart as well.
But then there was the bite of 87. Yeah. It's a
bite?
Now that wouldn't be so bad.
I think that's a cue for one of them to start going. It's probably gonna be Chica or Bonnie.
Especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death.
And death.
The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't
Good
tell
stuff.
you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
Bonnie's gone. Yep, there he is.
Alright, good night.
Good night. Oh, Bonnie's on the move. Is he already here? God. Okay. Just keep my eye on that door there. Click it! My God. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Five Nights at Freddy's. Arguably one of the most iconic horror games of all time. Definitely of this last decade, I'd say. And, I personally have quite the fond memories when it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's. Just because, obviously if that opener was any indication, okay, he's still there. If that opening was any indication, I loved Markiplier's playthrough of the games. Honestly, this whole video was just centered around me doing that that little opener there. But go the fuck away, man. But as much as I've been following and have had quite the love for Five Nights at Freddy's, I've never actually played one of the games. Also, if you can't tell already, I'm not good with horror games. I can tell my voice is very scattered right now. Very shaky. My palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. This game, God, this game's so effective. But back in the day when these games were like on mobile, I mean, I think they still are, but I played them a lot. They were paid though, which was kind of sucky, but this is probably just gonna be one episode because I thought I would be able to just brave through all this, but there's no way. I'm not built for this kind of stuff, obviously, but I will once, if I either die in this first night or if we miraculously finish it. I'm not gonna jinx myself or anything, you know. The first night's not usually that bad. But yeah, this is just kind of also just me testing out how to record gaming content, just because I want to do more of that in the future. Possibly getting some of my friends to play games and whatnot, like PC stuff. Click it, okay. Other than that, though, okay, Chica's gone. Now I gotta check both. Just gotta make sure Freddy doesn't move. God, I'm so on edge. I didn't think I'd be on edge this much when playing this game. But I don't think I need to worry about Foxy, so I don't think he moves until later. I don't think he starts moving until second night, but yeah. Oh my god. Okay, but yeah. Again, I'm a huge fan of Markiplier. So, and obviously Five Nights at Freddy's is a big component of his channel. I don't like what the fuck that sound is. God, I'm so just completely off everything right now. I hate jump scares. I don't find them scary. I just hate like having like just the tensing up feeling. But it's like true horror. Like my favorite form of horror, and honestly what I think is the best form of horror, is analog horror. Like obviously like the Backrooms that came out recently and stuff like Mandela Catalog, Local 58, like there's... But in terms of like honestly true horror, in terms of a horror game, I'd still think this is one of the best, if not the best. The original Five Nights is still iconic as hell. And obviously like each one of the Five Nights games has their own modicum of magic. Less and less as time's gone on, but like Security Breach, the most recent game, I don't really think is all that scary. Like obviously jump scares and all that, but that's just part of the formula of Five Nights. But oh my god, just 5 a.m. is seriously the longest hour in this. Also, Freddy's looking at me. I saw that. I saw that. Oh my god. Hey! Oh my god, no, we're done. Sorry, but we're done. We're done. We're not doing anymore. Thankfully this game is only $5. Fitting $5 for Five Nights, but no, we're done. Oh my god. But yes. God, I didn't think I was gonna be that jumpy for that. Even though definitely, other than Five Nights 3, where there's literally no animatronic in the first night, Five Nights 1 I'd say has the easiest first night. Five Nights 2 and then Five Nights 4 like have really hard ones, and then Sister Location, like there's the end where you have to like drag the thing. But anyway, I'm sorry if that was very spastic commentary, and I'm sorry if I was like this the whole time. I love watching horror games just because I can brace myself better, I guess. Like again, like this whole idea of this video was centered around, you know, Markiplier and all that. This mainly was just as like kind of, again, me testing some recording stuff, as well as like, you know, a funny little skit and all that. Maybe in the future, if this video gets enough love or something and people are just like, you should play the rest of it, then maybe. But considering as how on the first night I already got down to like, I think like 18%. So it's, I could beat 20 mode on Five Nights 1, just because there's enough of a strategy and rhythm to it where it's pretty much like you put the right door down every time you flip up the camera. You know, it's an FNAF strategy, you know, from way back in the day. But yeah, this is still, I'd say, my favorite horror series in terms of game series. Resident Evil's up there. Honestly, in terms of like action and plot and whatnot, I'd say Resident Evil I like more. But in terms of like the lore, you know, and all that with Five Nights, it has such an interesting lore, and it's like this game, honestly, there's a part of me that wants to say that it's the perfect horror game. And honestly, I think it is, just because obviously outside of like all the other games that come out afterwards, this game is perfectly crafted. Like whether you know nothing about the game or if you know a lot, even like me, like it's still absolutely terrifying. Like just the sheer panic, like not knowing what's about to happen. And that sort of carries on into the later games. Like I think a lot of the later games try to replicate it. But I think for the most part, like from Five Nights 2 onward, they do a good job of like establishing their own kind of horror style. Five Nights 2, I'd say, Five Nights 2 has my favorite sound design of all of the games. Five Nights 3 is my least favorite of the games. Like, yeah, it's scary, but I feel like it's too much happening at once. And I think that game leans a little too heavily into the jump scares. And Five Nights 4 kind of takes it back to original Five Nights territory with like just, you know, the double doors. I still think it's scary, but I still think that the first game is the most scary out of all of them. Sister Location is also kind of scary just because there's a lot of unknown factors, like there's different levels and whatnot. It was kind of like the first like kind of precursor to Security Breach now. And then Pizzeria Simulator, I think, also is pretty terrifying. I'd say it's the second scariest for me, just mainly because of, you know, the automated checklist thing, and then also like doing the things on the computer while you have the two vents to your side. And then the mini games in that, it's like it has some of the deepest lore, as well as just some of the most interesting pieces of lore. Not in terms of a game, but in terms of lore, I'd say Pizzeria Simulator is my favorite. But in terms of an overall game, Five Nights 1 is still my favorite, just because of how masterful it is with the horror, the sound, everything. Pizzeria Simulator is just good for building upon the lore, and just having a different kind of horror style. So it's like you load up the game, it's this happy little campy, like, you know, kind of roller coaster tycoon type game, but then you get deeper and deeper into it, and it's scuffed as hell. And then Security Breach, I said Five Nights 3, but Security Breach is probably my least favorite. Like, I'm sure, like, I know there's like deeper lore meanings or whatever, but it's just mainly like I don't know, I don't really like the kind of open aspect of the Five Nights games. I like the claustrophobic feeling that the original games give. And then also FNAF VR. Yeah, that's a different kind of terrifying. I do have a VR headset. I'm kind of tempted. I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks I wouldn't be as scared playing FNAF VR as I would just playing it on my computer, but I don't know. I'd have to see. Again, when it comes to playing horror games, don't expect too much from me. I'd always be down to play Phasmophobia with like the boys or something. Like if I'm playing like a multiplayer horror game, I'd be fine. But it's just the single player stuff where When the new Resi game comes out eventually, maybe I might, just because I have a love for the Resident Evil series. But yeah, consider this a nice little comeback, you know. I know I always talk about like I'm making comebacks or whatnot because I take a couple weeks off, but I don't like to make excuses about, you know, like where I'm going, like what have I been up to, blah blah blah, why I can't upload, but it's just mainly because I have a lot of other side projects that I work on that are aside from YouTube. YouTube's the main thing that I want, like, you know, I'd love to make a career out of it. Like, it's the dream. Like, I'd love to make a dream out of it. Like, I have other projects. Like, I've been writing for the past about like 8 years or so. I've been writing a story, and I've been contemplating like kind of like making video logs of that story. Like, not, of course, it wouldn't be for views or anything. I wouldn't do anything extravagant with it. It would just be me talking about this, like, my story. Like, the story I've been writing. Either way, that's other stuff. When it comes to Five Nights at Freddy's, it's an amazing game. Do I want to do one more night? I don't want to, because I know it's like the second I get back into it, I'm just gonna be tensed up the whole time, because I can't help it. It gets worse and worse as the nights go on. I've been thinking about it in my head. It's like, there's strategies, there's metas to beating the game, but it's just all that goes out the window for me once I'm in the atmosphere. It's like I can't think. I just scrunch up, I'm sweating, I'm like gripping on to things. Screw it, I'll play one more night. One more night. One more night. I'm gonna regret this. I'm going to regret this. God, I'm gonna regret this. And they're already going.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats.
Yay.
Since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses.
Yes.
It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk.
I never
Just to
stop.
make sure everyone's in their proper place. Freddy becomes a lot more active in the dark.
I can't do this, man. I can't do this.
I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power.
Stop with the steppies.
Door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view.
I know.
And those blind spots happen to be right outside your door.
They are.
So if you can't find something
Or someone.
on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react.
Yeah.
Not that you would be in any danger,
Of course
I'm
not.
not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in
Pirate Cove.
from time to
It's
time.
the only two I check, man.
Character in there seems to use
I'm also just trying to be wary for, you know, like, Golden Freddy and stuff like that, because I know, like, obviously, like, if he pops up, all you have to do to counter him is just flip up the camera real quick, but no Golden Freddy, no. God, I fucking hate this game. I don't have, like, a proper mouse either for my laptop, just because... So, I'm not... Sorry for my reaction time's slow. I have my trackpad on, like, max shit, but... It's God, I love this game, but I hate playing it. Like, that's the thing about it. This is, when I played it back in the day on, like, the apps and stuff like that, it was when I was at school, like, and we were on the bus, and I was, like, playing with my friends, so it's, like, broad daylight, there's noises all around, so it's, like, it wasn't really scary. But, God, just in this setting, it's like I've got bugs all over my body. It's just so itchy. God, man. But again, it's like, it works. Like, this game is incredible. But it just scares the absolute fuck out of me. But, like, I can watch the game fine. Like, I can watch Markiplier's, like, early, like, playthroughs of the game and be fine, just because, like, well, for one, it's like, I've watched those videos thousands of times, so it's like, I know where all the jump scares happen, so they don't really affect me, but it's completely different when it's you, and it's just you by yourself, and but again, it's effective. Everything about this game is very effective. Again, and I'm just talking, just mainly to hide my fear, and I'm talking a lot louder than I normally would, just because I'm terrified just every time I flip down the fucking camera, that just something is gonna be there, and it's gonna eat my giblets, and it is, oh god, we're already on half power, and we still got 4 hours to go. Come on, just make it 3 AM, at least. Oh my god. And I don't, well, Chica's going. Stop. And Freddy's looking at the camera. Alright, well, just... God, I need a better fucking mouse for this. I can't play it on my work computer, because that's a Mac, and... Oh, Chica's in the kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen, someone's in the kitchen, I know. God. Freddy, stop looking at me. It's only 3 AM. I'm not gonna make it. God. I hate when it's quiet. Like, I hate when there's just nothing. Like, yeah, there's the kitchen noises right now because of Chica. But, God, I hate that my headphones are so good because they're noise canceling. I could barely hear the sound of my own voice. If you watch my Doki Doki Literature Club series, like, I was very jumpy in that as well. So it's just like, obviously, I am horrible when it comes to anything that's slightly scary. Resident Evil, I think I'd be slightly better just because, like, you can shoot. And you're doing other things than just, like, getting, like, jump scared and stuff like that, but... God. I'm so fucking scatterbrained right now. Tomorrow's also my birthday, by the way. So, I'm kind of enjoying my last day as a... my last day as a dud-dum. My last day as a teenager. I will be 20 tomorrow. So that's scuffed. Alright, it's 4 AM. God, every time I hear like the little steps, I think it's Foxy running. And it's God, 4 AM, come on. Like, even when it's 5 AM, it's like, that doesn't give me too much comfort, because it's like 5 AM is like the longest night. No Game of Thrones. I don't know exactly how long each of the nights are, because I think they're like, or like each hour, because by the end of that it was like 10 minutes, but God, it feels like hours. Oh, it's so just, ugh. It just hurts, everything. I mean, it hurts, but like, you know, just, ugh. It's just such, call me a baby, whatever you want, but I'm just not built for this kind of stuff. And Stop with the steppy steps. No, just no. God, it's just so slow. Yeah, I can't be having. I couldn't do 2020 on this computer because my reaction time would be way too slow. I'd need a proper gaming mouse if I was gonna do that. Something where I could just whip around, or just a mouse in general. Oh my God, but I'm working up to it. I'm probably gonna get like a Razer mouse or something. You know, best of the best. God, even just when the bells ring and you know when the alarm goes, that terrifies me. 10%. God, Chica, get out of the kitchen. Was Freddy there? Okay. I thought Freddy was gone for a second. I was about to lose my mind. Come on. Come on, 5 a.m. We're only at 8%. It's been 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, roughly. I wasn't looking at the recording time, so I don't know how long it's been. Oh my God, I feel like I just ate something spicy. I'm just breathing. I'm doing the Demon Slayer technique. Fear breathing. First form. Don't shit your pants. Speaking of Demon Slayer, you see that second season? Entertainment District arc? That shit was amazing. I wish I reacted to it. Because that was easily so. Alright, now we're done. We're not doing anymore. No, man, we're done. Stop. 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 Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm about to pass out. No, piss off. Just piss off. So yeah, that was Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not titling this video part 1, because no. I mean, I saw that, like, you know, Mark's been recently revisiting Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that, but I figured I might as well. Even though technically this is the first time. It's not the first time I've played the game. It's the first time in many, many years. Like, this game is coming up on 8 years old, which is absolutely crazy. I need a second, hold on. Yeah, and this is also just my excuse to jump back into making videos again, because I really want to, but, you know, I'm a bad procrastinator. I get lazy sometimes. A lot of the times. It's just my excuse to finally jump back into making videos again. Because again, it's like, I love making videos. I love every process of it. I love recording it. I don't exactly love setting it up, because that could be stressful, but either way, this was Five Nights at Freddy's. Let me know if you want me to continue. I begrudgingly will if it gets enough support. Shout out to Scott Cawthon. Sad that he's not really too much a part of the story or making this anymore. I know he's still doing. I know the book series is coming to an end soon. But goddamn, Scott Cawthon, you made an amazing game series, and I just hope that your legacy can keep going. And the more and more games that are made, whatever the movie that, if it ever comes out, which at this point is looking very unlikely. Any more books, games, whatnot. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't exactly love playing it, but I love keeping up with it. I love the series, and it's obviously, as a very avid Fate fan, I am quite the fan of lore and Star Wars and, you know, Dragon Ball and all that. I love lore. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this. I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.